Malaria is a life-threatening disease transmitted to people through the bites of infected mosquitoes. It was originated in Africa 10,000 years ago. As we can see from the distribution map, malaria is prevalent in countries in the tropical world, with Africa being the worst hit area. We can see clearly from this data that while malaria took away millions of lives in Africa and Southeast Asia, it is under effective control in Europe and America. So why malaria affects different regions so differently? First, we should find out the pre-cause and cause of the disease. The first factor is global warming. Warmer temperature reduces the time for malaria-causing parasite to develop to maturity, which increases the odds that the mosquito will pass the mature parasite to a new host before it dies. This map shows distribution of malaria as temperature rises if there is no human effort to combat the disease. Notice that the map shows a dramatic increase in conditions conducive to malaria transmission in Europe and Eastern US. The second factor is the high infestation of mosquitoes. Pleasant temperature and ample rainfall provides desirable breeding ground for mosquitoes to reproduce. Besides these precautions, there are other causes that contribute to the widespread of malaria. Advance of technology helps to fight against the disease, but also gives rise to malignant malaria. It's easy to conclude that economic development level is significantly different in Africa and Europe. We shall now look at more comprehensive comparison between these two areas. The comparison clearly shows the common features of highly infected countries. The governments face financial difficulty, so cannot afford to improve health infrastructure. Then poor sanitation increases the opportunity to breed more infected mosquitoes, as well as the chance for mosquitoes to interact with humans. Also, poverty means people cannot afford mosquito nets or anti-malaria drugs. What it's worth, many people are not aware of how malaria can be prevented. All these factors make malaria unmanageable in Africa and Southeast Asia. We shall now look at the specific implications of malaria in 2010. Firstly, malaria took away thousands of lives. Moreover, spreading of malaria causes panic in society and thereby causes political instability. This is also a safety hazard to surrounding countries. This will also cause negative influence on global economic development, such as trade, tourism, and service industries. Therefore, effective measures must be implemented to alleviate the series of consequences. Such measures will only be achieved when global community comes to cooperate. With all the above, JPO hopes that all the delegates get to realize the urgency for a global concerted effort. We believe that malaria will finally be well managed, so people all around the world will be free from its disturbance.